All right, we gotta catch our breath. Literally, yeah. Anyway, thanks. I echo Adam's sentiment. Thank you so much for coming out. Definitely can feel the love in the room. I was backstage prior to the show, just kind of, chilling out, and I walked out, and I was just like, everywhere I turned, I was like, hey, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I was like, oh my God, it's time for the show. So anyway, thank you so much. That first tune is one of our favorites, and Adam did such a nice job extracting the guitar part from Pat Metheny's tune. It was actually like an acoustic guitar. Then he took the lower part of the strings and put it in his part, and the upper part and put it in mine, and we did together as a very nice duet. Adam Roberts, yeah. Yes, I did believe in him when he walked in with the long hair and all that. And we worked out a really cool deal where I said, hey, man, I really wanted him to come so bad. I said, how about if I give you lessons on the side? I know you're taking lessons from Anita doing the classical thing, but I'll give you jazz lessons and we'll get together. So that's how we started our path together way back. I don't even know how many years ago that was, but it was a long time ago. Anyway, I'm so proud of him, and he says it's a treat to play with him or with me, and it's vice versa. And it's always such a nice payback for me to see students go on and enjoy music with whatever capacity, whether they choose to do a career in it or whatever, just continuing to play, and they touch base with me. It's such a fulfilling life. I really appreciate it. So anyway, we're going to move on to a tune, and the reason that we named this group Twin Tenors is it's based off of a very famous album, famous to us anyway. You've probably never heard of it. But it's one of our favorites, and it's got Bob Mintzer and Michael Brecker on it, and it's called Twin Tenors. And this next tune is from that album, and it's called Two T's, appropriately titled Two T's. Very interesting tune. It's based on a blues, but it has this weird phrasing to it, and I'm sure I'll screw it up. So.
That's half the challenge. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, it's just in and read the track. Read the track. Oh, wow. You know you were coming to a rehearsal. Oh no, it was about 30. Anyway, it's okay. How's that? 1, 2, 1, 2, there. Yeah, so I can just imagine Bob Minster sitting there going, yeah, take a blues and like make sure you have no idea where you are ever. Yeah, you thought you knew how to play this tune. So one of the things I got into, when I was in high school, just about ready to head off to where Dave was going to start guiding me through all this stuff. Weird story, but follow me. I swear it'll get to a point. I got my wisdom teeth pulled out. You're like, what the hell is he talking about? They all shattered in my jaw. Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. They gave me a healthy dose of pills to go home with and basically knock myself out for a couple weeks. And a buddy of mine had slipped me a cassette tape of a saxophonist by the name of Michael Brecker. And it was a really weird one. It was actually a particularly strange Michael Brecker album, but in that very unique state of mind that came with the medication, and it made perfect sense. And I decided, I think I could do that. So here I am, I'm playing saxophone, and Dave is taking me through things, and little by little I'm learning about all of the wild things Michael Brecker was capable of. And one of the many albums I stumbled on this journey, jazz musicians sort of start from a point of origin, and we just kind of spread out by, that guy was on that record, so I'll go check him out, and then that guy was on that record. Little by little, it turns to this big web of your history and influences. And Don Grolnick came up over the course of this, and he wrote this brilliant tune called Faulty Tenors. And I think I'm going to let the story stop there, and you guys, let's just let you enjoy this very strange samba thing called Faulty Tenors by Don Grolnick. That story could go on a lot longer. Doesn't involve a lot more note. One, two, one, two, one, two, three. Mr. Ryan Anthony on the drums and cymbals. I'm getting a little overheated. I'm going to lose the jacket. Bear with me for a second. Dinner and a show. Yes, the extra plug here. Throw this back here somewhere. That's what dry cleaners are for, right? Okay. Ooh, it's getting toasty. All right. So, of course, the theme is the Twin Tenors show, but one of the things it was really important to us was not to just assault you guys with information the entire night. We wanted to take a moment to slow things down and show you that we have one, a speed other than maximum. So in the first set, I'm going to be playing a ballad for you, and Dave's got one in the second set for you. The reason I chose the next tune is it goes way back in the history with me and my wife. We had this running joke that she liked to live very subtly, and she's a very calm, quiet person, and really well put together. Let's say I'm not most of that. Tend to be a little on the higher energy side, kind of living by a thread. The running joke in our family is that I keep us fun and she keeps me alive. But in the process, we discovered that the peacocks, the female peacock is subtle, and the male peacock is anything but subtle. It's got the big feathers and plumes and all that. So I chose this tune in part tribute because we jokingly refer to each other as peacocks. Well, I'm the peacock, she's the peahen. So we're going to be playing this tune, Jimmy Rowell's The Peacocks, and it's in tribute to my wife, who's not with us tonight, but she's heard me play this a lot. So she knows how it goes. I hope you guys enjoy it. Mm-hmm.
Adam Roberts. Dave Henning on piano. Dr. Ben Hedquist on the bass. Ryan Anthony on drums.
Yeah, I got stuck on something here. Cables are complicated things sometimes. Oh yeah, I guess I need to. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy the Peacocks. If you've never heard that tune before, it's got to be the most haunting thing I think I've ever heard. I just love it. So that's out to Lindy. All right, we're going to follow that up with something that is actually kind of connected in a weird way to that. I got to get my master's degree out in Boston, and I still, a large part of my heart is still out there. That city was absolutely amazing. We have some other Boston fans out there too. I can hear them. Boston was just an incredible city. And while I was there, I met all sorts of amazing musicians, but one of the ones that was the most transformative on me, there was a guy by the name of George Garzone. He actually sold me this horn. But he was also my teacher out there, one of them. And he's a really quirky, spirited old soul. He's an Italian to the bone. If you know, you know. And came with all the personality and craziness that a jazz Italian musician from Boston can possibly have. That's a lot of stuff in one pot, you know. And in celebration to the city he loves, he wrote this very high energy piece called "There's No Place Like Home." So this one goes out to George Garzone.
So we were talking about some of the influences in the Twin Tenors album. I talked about that earlier. But there's another pair of saxophonists that are once again our favorites, Seamus Blake and Chris Cheek. They have these albums out. One of them is called Reed's Ramble. And this next tune that we're going to do it's a blues, but it's in 7. And it's appropriately titled 1974 Blues. And I think the 7-4 has something to do with it. I'm not sure what the 19 means. But anyway, I think you're going to like this one. It's called, like I said, 1974 Blues.
That's such a fun one to play. How about Mr. Dave Henning on the piano? Dr. Ben Hedquist on the bass. Ryan Anthony on the drums and cymbals. Dave Schmidt on the tenor saxophone. My name's Adam Roberts. We are twin tenors. We're going to take a brief intermission. I believe you meet over there if you want the tour of this incredible facility. So kind of head that direction once I put this down. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon. this. There. Keep getting tangled up in the cables here. We don't want to pitch off the stage. Speaking of the stage, can we give a huge round of applause to the Ravenscroft? Yes. There's just something about this venue. They have created such a masterpiece of a building and an experience, and we are so appreciative to the staff. How about to our sound crew? Alejo, Chance, fantastic job. These guys, it's just extraordinary. I mean, you can go all the way to the very back of the hall, and it feels kind of like you're still up front. You can't see us, but hey, you know. Let's keep rolling. We did a tune earlier, 1974 Blues, that featured Seamus Blake and Chris Cheek originally. We're going to do one more from that record that is in a completely different style. One of the reasons we like that particular record so much is this is a twin tenor thing that is doing something very unique. The tunes are all coming from very unusual places. This particular one is a Brazilian tune, and I cannot speak Portuguese. For those who can, it's no career in Portuguese. It's na carreira, something like that. But I don't speak Portuguese, so my apologies to all who do that I just butchered this poor tune. But it's a really fun, playful little tune about being a musician with no job. So True story. These are the facts as they stand. Yeah, it's not fiction.
So, yeah, deep breaths, yeah. You know, the first set we had, like, it was just crazy, like burning energy, and this next set's just been like nice and chill and swinging, and but,
You guys enjoying it?
awesome. So, another one of our favorite tenor players is Mr. Wayne Shorter, who recently passed. But this is a tune that is really an interesting set of changes, and kind of goes between a couple different feels, and it's kind of eerie sounding in a way, I would say, and I can't help but to think it's somehow connected to the title, and you can let your imagination go with this. But this is a Wayne Shorter composition called Fee Fi Fo Fum.
wait, no, because that's too fast. One in a row. Let's do that.
This?
Yeah, because that'll kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do. Or is it this, that, and that? We're making it audible here, if that wasn't already very apparent. Should we do that one, and then that?
I kind of feel like we should do something like that.
Okay. All right, here we go. You guys ready? You brought your seatbelts? All right.
Oh. The chill is over.
Yeah. Dave, you wanna let him know, or we just want to go for it? Just go for it. All right. You get to pick our funeral.
I won't blame it on you.
You want to blame it on me? Sounds good. This is the bravery part of the show. We gotta kind of, yeah. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2. That way.
Yeah, when we were having that little meeting on what to do here, we're like, oh, no, we can't do that. That'll kill me to have to do that after that. And I was like, yeah, but now, like, I got to do this after that. This is my opportunity to play a little ballad, and you might be ready for one after that. This tune is I'm going to do just a small story. When I first moved here back in '83, I came out here for grad school, and I was trying to break into the scene, and you try to make friends, and you go to the musicians union, you try to hang out at jam sessions. But anyway, there's a process to this, and there's always like certain individuals that stick out in your mind. You go, man, I'm really glad I met that person because they were so warm and kind, and they kind of took me under the wing and put me on another gig or invited me to do this with them. And so this tune I'm going to dedicate it to a dear friend of mine, tenor player, and I don't think he made it tonight, but this is going to go out to Brad Botter. And the story is that Brad was a tenor player, or is a tenor player, I should say. He's 89. And he still plays like you won't believe, man, really, yeah. Hey, give him a round of applause. It'll be on the recording. So now that I'm retired, I have daytime available. And I've gotten to know or got reconnected with people that can do things during the day, whereas I couldn't before, and Brad's one of these people. But over the years, he and I would get together, and I'd go to his apartment, and we'd pull out our horns and try mouthpieces, and you got to check out this horn, and he always has like another horn like pulling out of the closet, and it's really kind of fun. But the funny, interesting story is the mouthpiece I'm playing on right now is a mouthpiece that I traded a mouthpiece I had for this that Brad had. And this mouthpiece is another tenor player that I looked up to back in the day, and his passed many years ago, Mr. Lou Garno. And Brad said, "Hey, I got Lou Garno's mouthpiece," and it's a very special thing. A mouthpiece is very personal, and it's the voice of the instrument, and it's also connected to the voice of the person. And so there's something that's magical about when you get the mouthpiece that talks to you in so many different ways, and this is the one, and there's no other mouthpiece for me out there. So this is Lou Garno's mouthpiece that I got from Brad Botter, and thank you, Brad, for taking me under wing and being so kind and showing me the way and the aspiring to be him. When I saw Brad and I go, and he's doing all these really cool gigs, I'm like, I want to be Brad Botter when I grow up, and now I'm grown up. And I'm playing gigs with him, and we just played the Elks Club the other night, Wednesday night together. So anyway, this is My Foolish Heart.
Let me get hooked in here. Gotta secure my parachute.
Yeah.
All right. Have you guys had fun tonight? Yeah. Nice and soft. One, two, three. So, Twin Tenor Show has been an incredible pleasure to present to you guys. We hope to be back some point in the distant future. But before we play this last one, thank you very much. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But first, can we give a big round of applause to the house? Thank you to the Ravenscroft for having us out tonight. Thank you to Chance and Alejo and the entire crew that's running this place. It's a wonderful bunch of people. Thank you all. Ryan Anthony on the drums and cymbals. Dr. Ben Hedquist on the upright bass. Dave Henning on the piano. My dear friend and mentor, Dave Schmidt. We're gonna close out with a Bob Berg tune. We're both huge mutual fans of his. This is a classic tune called Friday Night at the Cadillac Club.
Out a big round of applause, the man behind this whole thing, Mr. Adam Roberts. Thank you so much.
Dave Schmidt. My name's Adam Roberts. Thanks for coming to Twin Tenors. Guys, a little bit of the bow. I know, weird.